why the hell would anybody do it? And the answer to that is because he can. That's it. There's no good answer. It's just fun. Hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So we have a real treat for you today. So we have a blast from the past. So this is Juan's 2008 Nissan Armada. We built this truck as a show truck 15 plus years ago. It's been a long time. And back then, TVs were all the rage. And he really likes TVs. So we put a ton of them in there. So the car has been out of commission for a very long time. You know, you get older, life gets in the way, all that good stuff. So, but he wants it back. And so it's in for a refresh. So we got it back in here, and basically there was a bunch of TVs that had failed, and it's just age, right? They're just old, right? And he had some other work done where they had tried to do a headliner and did a really, really bad job. And so we ended up gutting it, repairing all the things that they broke, redoing the entire headliner. And while we were at it, all the headliner in this vehicle was originally tan. And so we changed everything to black. We did black suede, painted all the plastic black, so that it now, I mean, it looks amazing. Added a couple of TVs, upgraded the base package, upgraded the radio. I mean, it is nuts. Wait till you see it. Without any further ado, check it out. So we have just a few TVs. So there is TVs everywhere. If you can see, they wrap around the entire roof and go all the way down each side of the vehicle. We have these 5 here on the rear deck so that you can see through the window. Now, back in the day, that was called hater vision. It was actually for your haters so that they could watch TV too. We don't want to leave them out, right? So we have every single headrest, the visors, flip downs. So it's funny, and we'll show you the visors, we'll show you all of that good stuff right now. But let me walk you through the whole truck. So we have some TVs here on the outside windows. So this actually still has our original ShowtimeAudio.net logo, which we don't even have the .net anymore. That's how long ago that was, .net. But it's still the original sticker. This is like 15-plus-year-old sticker. So we have the doors, the running boards, headrests, flip downs. They run all down the headliner. We have doors again, seats, visors, and the visors have them on both sides so that at a show you can flip it down and it's inside and outside. So it's funny. So we see a lot of trends now online of people, you know, making stuff or selling stuff. And one of the big trends right now is TVs in the visors. And I love it because a lot of times it's like, look at this. This is this great new invention. No, it isn't. I'm like, this is 15, 20 years ago. It just kind of died. This is all very much, I showed a client the other day this truck and they're like, this is like Pimp My Ride. And I'm like, yes, this would have been around the Pimp My Ride era, excess, just over the top, just why the hell would anybody do it? And the answer to that is because he can. That's it. There's no good answer. It's just fun. At the time, car shows were huge. And obviously at the car show, this caught a lot of attention because there was nothing like this at the time. You got to understand, this is 15, 20 years ago. This was insane even back then. It's insane now. So imagine 15, 20 years ago. We'll continue on. So it even has a monitor in the grill. So this is a custom stainless steel piece with a piece of acrylic to protect the monitor. And it's got a monitor in the grill itself. And then here, flip this down. And if you can see, we got the 2 visor TVs that face forward. Another running board TV. Another running board TV. And just in case you get bored while pumping gas, another TV. And before you ask, it is in there, it is functional, and he's had it for 15 plus years. Hasn't blown up yet. So fully functional, you can still pump gas, obviously. It's for show, it's a show car. So before we get all the madness, it's a show car, you know? It's fun, it's crazy, it's over the top. Why the hell would you do it? Why not, right? Like, you know, so, and then last but not least is, in case we don't have enough TVs, this is one of our down-firing enclosures, which you know we do quite a bit lately. So this actually has 3 12s. So, I mean, look at how small that enclosure is, at least height-wise, right? And it's 3 12-inch woofers on a 1,000-watt amp. I mean, this thing rocks. And to boot, we have 6 more TVs with a custom acrylic panel, and this is a black mirror. So the headliner has it, and we did it on the enclosure as well to kind of tie the theme of the truck all the way through the vehicle. So we also did a twinkle roof. So we got the star headliners as it's known today. So again, another one of those things. The client had it done somewhere else, and they broke the pod, messed up a bunch of the TVs. The headliner was still tan. It was bad. We re-sueded the headliner black, because while we have it out, why not? And it also makes the truck look nicer. And then we put in all new starlights. So before, if you ran your hand across it, you could feel every starlight and it would cut you, and it was just brutal. So the whole point, I don't know if you could see this, but I can rub my hand easily over the whole headliner and it never gets caught on anything. We also added in the shooting stars. So there's a couple of shooting stars randomly in every section of the vehicle. But here's another one of those trends that's huge. So right now, star headliners are all the rage. Same thing. We have a couple of cars, and we have videos of them from 15 years ago with star headliner. A lot of these trends are cyclical, right? So in other words, they happen, they go away, and then 10, 15, 20, whatever years later, they come back. Now they may be slightly modified, they change them, they exaggerate them, you know, they different, but the concept is basically the same. So again, this is a perfect example of getting your foundation right, getting all the basics, the wiring, all that down first. Now, we did this a long time ago, before there was social media, before YouTube and Facebook and all these things were big things. So we're gonna see if we can find some of the original pictures of the install and the build, and we'll see if we can attach that. But just wanted to show you what a insane show car craziness looks like. Now, this isn't for everybody. You may not want this. You may think this is the dumbest thing ever, right? But there are people that can enjoy it, appreciate it, have fun with it, and that's what it's meant to do, right? Again, there's no reason for it other than it's cool and you want to have something different that nobody's done before. So this car is from back in the day. So back in the day, we were Showtime Audio. We were known for show cars, thus the name Showtime Audio. So we used to build a lot of show vehicles. We built a lot of SEMA vehicles, built a lot of celebrity vehicles. We built just all kinds of madness. We built SEMA vehicles for Chris Angel. We built SEMA vehicles for Real Wheels, which is, you know, a car company. We've built cars for car audio manufacturers and just enthusiasts, you know, people that love their car and love show cars. And love cars, right? So that's where we got our start. A lot of this is before social media. And unfortunately nowadays, if it's not on social media, it didn't happen, right? But we have the pictures of it. We don't have video of it, but we have pictures of it. We've even built a Learjet limo. So we did all the fabrication for this crazy Learjet limousine. We've been very fortunate that we get to work on really, really cool projects, and that the clients allow us the freedom to kind of go nuts. They give us a rough idea of what they want, and then they just let us go crazy, which is amazing because you get stuff like this. So thank you, Juan. Thank you all our other clients that have always trusted us and allowed us to just do what we love and do what you wouldn't normally do, right? So it makes it much more fun. The other benefit, I always used to tell people, the benefit of us building a show car and a normal car is that the level of quality or the level of attention to detail is so much higher, because when we build a show car, everything's being judged, right? They judge the fit, they judge the finish, they judge the creativity, they judge all that. But once we set a standard, we carry that across everything. So whether we're doing a basic alarm, starter, radio, whatever it is, or we're building a, crazy $500,000 show car or whatever, we keep the same standard. We keep the same level of attention to detail and all that stuff, because we try to only do things one way and at one level, right? So we try to keep things at a very, very high level. And the other advantage to building show cars for so many years is that it taught us to think different and build things differently and approach problems differently. So we're able to do things that, let's say, a traditional shop would never be able to do because they don't have experience building this type of madness, So it's just all of it, that the show car part of it definitely helps us in all aspects of it.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.